71% of our planet's surface is covered by water, and it makes up 96% of all the water on the planet. The ocean holds many mysteries to us humans and can manifest itself as one of the most powerful forces of nature on the planet. However, you have a bunch of stupid people who feel the need to go a bunch of places that they really shouldn't. I mean, it took me in my entire life to have an understanding of the ocean. But today, specifically, we're going to talk about the stupid people of the ocean and show you guys some hilarious footage of stupid people getting slapped down by the hand of Poseidon. We are here to entertain you through all of quarantine. Now it's time to dive into huge waves hammering stupid people. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Number 1. This is footage from 2014 in Cabo. For those of you who didn't know, Cabo San Lucas has some of the most dangerous and powerful shore breaks on the planet. That's because it goes from being a couple of thousand feet deep to dry sand very quickly, quicker than most places on the planet. It's because this sand is stacked basically in between mountains that run down into the water. It is one of my favorite places on Earth, but it is also a place where I have seen dozens of people get saved. Not to mention several people drown there every year, and it's always tourists. One thing I want to say is skimboarders and surfers are the strongest swimmers on the planet and are the most equipped to save people. In my opinion, I'd rather have an experienced surfer save me any day over a lifeguard. So, in this instance, some kid went through a wave and ended up getting caught in between a huge set and ended up being one of the biggest sets of the day. This is not something that you ever anticipate. It can go from being mellow, like chest-high waves, to just double overhead waves in the blink of an eye. So at the time, this is the biggest wave that he had ever seen in his life. His friends that he came on the trip with immediately recognized that this situation was very intense and very scary, so they tried to help him. You see him jumping over the wave, putting his arm up and waving for help. His friend jumped on a skimboard and swam out as fast as he could to give him his board so that he could float on it so that he could stay calm. And when he got to him, he was really shaken up and honestly just seemed extremely thankful that his friend was there to help him. Number 2. Now this clip is exactly what not to do in Mexico. These people had a couple of drinks, and this guy thought it would be a funny idea to go and throw his girlfriend or girl or whatever into the ocean. Now, again, the same situation looks like it's chill, and in the blink of an eye, a giant set could come in, and if you don't have experience and waves of consequence like this, it is not going to turn out good for you. This was almost another situation where someone had to step in. Oh, this is a terrible idea. This is exactly something that I've done before, but we did not end up getting caught like this. They're all running and annihilated. That was just kind of funny. I hope they're all right. It was just kind of funny. Number 3. Oh brother, yeah. So I just like to say that if you're surfing or skimming or boogie boarding or anything that involves a board and the ocean, you never want the board to be in between you and the wave, because the wave hits that board. The ocean automatically becomes a lot less soft and it will just take you out 9 out of 10 times. Number 4. Let's keep rolling. This lady's trying to get a picture. Let's see how this turns out, guys. Oh, got a little wet that time. Oh, you're clapped. Oh my gosh. I've actually been here before. That is just, why would you come here, babe? Number 5. Every single person is about to just not have a good day. I think a lot of people have cameras and phones here. Why do tourists feel the need to get that close to dangerous waves like this guy? Is this person that dumb? I know how dangerous water is, and I understand that a lot of people don't understand how dangerous the ocean is. But if you see water that is that violent, why would you try to get close like that? Watch from a distance. These people are also very dumb. Oh, you're all annihilated. Yeah. How did those stupid people feel? Oh, you better go in the shower and scrub it off. Oh, you got some reef scars now. Number 6. Oh, this is a tsunami, actually. So one thing that I want to point out is if there's a tsunami, tsunamis draw a lot of energy from the ocean towards them. So if there's ever a tsunami at the beach, the water is going to recede dozens of feet, hundreds of feet. I don't know, it depends on where you are, but it is going to suck all of that energy out before the wave actually hits. If it ever seems like it went from high tide to low tide, or low tide to the lowest tide you've ever seen in your entire life very quickly, there's probably a tsunami coming. That is a telltale sign. Oh yeah, these people, wow. This is when I start running. This one, I'm out. No, just look at the giant wave coming our way. We should probably get out of here. Not let's all just stand here and get annihilated. Number 7. Oh, this is actually really sad. Luckily they did save him, but this guy just thinks you can do anything. Put your camera down and get help is what I'm thinking. Like, this is a scenario where, like, they easily both could have drowned. So it's important to just be on your toes when you're around the ocean. Number 8. This is in Cabo, Mexico, actually. One thing I'd like to say is these people absolutely 100% should not have been in or anywhere near the ocean on this day. Like, if I'm there, I'm having the time of my life. I'm swimming, I'm getting worked by waves, but the average person cannot survive a wave of that magnitude. The fact that none of these people drown is actually surprising. It just takes one wave, 1 second, and being at the wrong place at the wrong time once for your life to be over from waves like that. Another thing too, in this situation, probably not a bad decision to just let yourself get hit by a wave and just get washed in. Number 9. This shocking footage shows youngsters risking their lives as they jump into a storm-lashed cove at a British beach. Huge waves can be seen crashing down in the creek at Barricade Beach in Woolacombe, North Devon. You can see the power and surges of the wave and rips. It is unusual to see a storm of this strength in August. Those in the water had no control of their bodies at times. Only the sea did. It was luck and nothing more that saved their lives. They were playing with death. Other people around the coastlines of Britain were not so lucky and lost their lives, and they weren't having fun like these youths. Number 10. So, like, you either need to make the decision that you are going to go straight back to shore, or you need to swim out. This is another clip from Cabo. You swimming out past the waves like this is not going to be very fun. Number 11. Next up, a beachgoer was swept into the ocean by a massive wave as onlookers watched on in horror. Terrifying footage shows 3 men standing on rocks and watching the waves come in at an Australian beach. Moments later, one of the group turns around and opens his arms with his back to the ocean before a huge wave knocks him into the water. When the man did not resurface, onlookers rushed forward to find him, but it remains unclear from the video whether he resurfaced. I could watch these videos all day. He's so lucky if he fell in that hole and didn't eat rock. Dude is a magician. Tourist pro tip number 1. Don't turn your back on the ocean. Number 12. An amateur surfer was repeatedly smashed against the rocks and thrown from his board while trying to make the most of the monster waves on Australia's east coast. At first, it was kind of funny to watch, but then so scary to see he obviously was a complete beginner. He was way out of his depth, paying no attention to the ocean. Stay within your skill set and your limits, especially when the waves are massive. It's not a time to learn. The surfer was trying to enter the surf off a rock ledge, which is known as rocking off, but each attempt resulted in him being thrown to the ground while his board shoots off away from him and he's smashed onto the rocks. The person filming began by counting the number of times a person was knocked over, but their laughter quickly turned to dismay and concern. Oh dude, you shouldn't be surfing. Now I'm scared. And that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching.